Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to go over some stock market information. We're going to talk about what happened over the last couple of days, what to possibly expect tomorrow, and then coming into next week, and talk a little bit about my plans as well. So first of all, we're going to look at the S&P 500, of course, and we're going to talk about some key levels of support and what I think could happen potentially and where a bottom could potentially come in the markets over the coming weeks or even days, depending on how ugly the markets get. So S&P 500 down again today, almost 5%. Over the last 5 days, we're down 5% overall. Past month, almost 8%, 7.75. The past 6 months, a little under 5%. Year to date, down right at about 8%. Okay, so we still aren't in an all-out bear market. This is honestly just a correction at this point, because 20% or greater is when you hit bear market territory. So we are still just in a correction phase. Looking at the VIX right now is over 30, and typically when we get to like the 30 to 33 range, that's usually whenever you see some type of spike in price. And it may not be a longer term, but it may be a shorter term spike in price, and I'll show you on the charts why we should be kind of cautious of that, depending on what type of news comes out. But I'll show you some levels to keep an eye on for that, and then some things to look out for tomorrow. Okay, this is forexfactory.com, and tomorrow we have at 7:30 a.m. Average hourly earnings. We have non-farm employment change, unemployment rate, and then at 10:25 Jerome Powell comes on to speak. So these red folder events, all right, they are basically something that have high impact expectancies on the market. They can make it go shoot up straight through the moon, or they could tank it further down. And so it just kind of depends on what type of data comes out. All right, so they have the forecast here, and then if you go to this website right at about 7:30 a.m. Central Time, it'll update right here. It'll show, as you see, this is actually about to come out. You see 6:30 household spending year over year. This is in Japan. So 7 minutes away, you see the clock is actually counting down. So we'll actually come back to that here in a minute and show you what happens. So that way, if you happen to look on this website, to kind of have an idea of what to expect. All right, guys, so while we're waiting on that to count down, so I can kind of show you there, this is the S&P 500. As you see here, we broke through another support level of 55.12, coming down to 53.39.29 is going to be your next level of support. And I do have a feeling that we get there fairly quickly, but we probably bottom out for a little bit and kind of go sideways, and then depending on what old Jerome Powell says, we're either going to probably shoot up and go straight back up, not all the way up here obviously, but or he has the potential to tank us even further down. And if he does, 51.19.26 is going to be your overall bottom of what you're looking for on the stock market. It's the 180-day 4-hour time frame. So 53.39.29, probably just call it about 5,300. Okay, just say 5,300 will be kind of the overall floor temporarily, and then we'll just have to kind of go from there. All right, the market was kind of really weird today. It's really, it kind of fell down and then eventually found a spot to where didn't really know where I wanted to go. So do I want to go up? Do I want to go down? And in that situation, it makes it kind of difficult to trade, because it can literally go either way. So you got to be careful if you're doing any type of swing trades or scalp plays and things like that. Longer term, I will say it's making some good buying opportunities for some of these stocks that ran up significantly over the last year and a half. And so that's exactly what I'm going to be looking to do, is average down or start a position or buy more. And some of the ones that I'm eyeing, we're going to start off with my number one that I'm eyeing now, especially after what I saw in after hours. It broke below that support line of 104, currently at about $100. I think that we're going to probably see about $90 before it's all said and done, and then I'm a huge buyer right there at 90. Okay, I'm a buyer here at 100, but I'm a really big buyer at 90, and I'm excited to see if it gets down there. That's NVIDIA. So 104 is the current resistance. Now it was support. Your overall floor is about 90 bucks and some change. So keep an eye on that if you're eyeing Nvidia. Amazon has to get significantly lower if I'm going to come in and buy more. I'm still up pretty large in this position here, as I bought back when it was closer to 100. So I'm really not enthused about the current price. If it fell below there, closer to like the 130s, 120s, yeah, I would probably come in and grab some of it. But as of now, not necessarily. But for this overall time frame, about 150, maybe 150, I'll come in and buy some. Look at that and see what it looks like. Tesla, kind of the same thing. My average cost is about 220. So all the way really down here, we're not that far off. You know, we could definitely fall a little bit further. If we get down anywhere to that level, I can probably come in and buy some. But one thing to keep an eye on here for Tesla, as you see here, that golden cross breakout indicator is super close. Again, when that blue line crosses over that pink, it signals a big spike in price. And so we want to be on the lookout for Tesla in that instance. IQST, ticker symbol IQSTEL, ticker symbol IQST, hit a low of about 13 cents today. I am a buyer at these levels here. I'm going to come in and get some and probably double, maybe even triple my position on that. And then I'm not buying Zion Oil and Gas, but you're going to want to keep an eye on this one. They had a good bounce today, and that's what we're looking for ZNOG. Charts loading, taking a little bit of time, just like they take time updating this. So let's go back to the Forex Factory and take a look at that while we wait on this. All right, guys, so while we're waiting on ZNOG to load its chart and the data to catch up, again, this is Forex Factory, and you go to we're on April 3rd right now. Still, tomorrow will be April 4th, obviously. As you see here, the yellow folders here, it's a low impact expected, but I just want to kind of show you. So if you hover over here, you'll see the countdown. And then so if tomorrow, if around 7:30, if you want to take a look at everything, it shows you in real time. And then see 2, 1, and it'll show pending, I believe. Yep. And then eventually the numbers are going to come out. And then here's the forecast of -0.9. A red number indicates worse than forecasted. And then the green's going to indicate better than forecasted. And right here it is better than forecasted. So the household spending better than forecasted. So there we go. So that's Forex Factory. Take a look at that tomorrow, and then you can, you know, if you're ever wondering like, man, why is the market tanking? Probably some of these red folder events right here that may have an impact on the market. Okay, ZNOG, Zion Oil and Gas, ticker symbol ZNOG, very undervalued. We got as low as, let's see here, about 13 cents, and we bounced off of that, got back as high as about 18.5 cents. And now looking to be trying to find some support here at about 15.5 cents, and try to determine on if we're going to hold here and fight our way back up, or if they're going to keep us in silence for another 2 weeks and crash us down to 12 or below, maybe even to 8, or all the way back down to 3. Wouldn't that be crazy if we got all the way back down to 3 and lost all of the gains that we just had? Which is extremely possible, but you never know what could happen. So as long as it holds here at 15, I feel confident, especially if we start making our way back up. I would love to see it get back above 18, fight back in and get to that 20 level, and I would feel more comfortable at holding here and consolidating here. As you know, at consolidation, you're always destined for a move up or a move down. We just got our move down just because, you know, we don't really know what's going on at this point from the company, and you may not know anything until like June when they have their annual shareholder meeting. No, I'm just playing. I'm sure they'll update you way before then about something, even if it's like, hey, we're working, you know, that's it. Come join us at the annual shareholder meeting. That might be all we get, but who knows. Anyway, overall state of the market, if it's me, this is what I'm doing. I'm looking to get a list of companies together, and you know, the ones that I mentioned, along with a couple of other ones. I'm looking at Coca-Cola, that's having a stock split 10-1 sometime in May. I'm also going to take a look at SCHD, dividend stock there, and look to add. I mean, the market's falling, people are really scared, and I can, you know, like the world's going to end. I don't think it's that bad just yet. I think we still have some room for downside, and then once I feel like, man, these are some great prices, that's whenever I'm coming in, and I'm going to be piling up and just holding it and letting it do its thing. Because I will tell you this, there's going to be a time, there's going to be a day after all this crap settles with the tariff talk and all this stuff, where the market just starts going up and it doesn't come back down to the price that you see. Okay, it's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know what day, what time, and what price it's going to, but I can tell you this right now. There's going to be a day where just all of a sudden you think like, whoa, the market's up today. Whoa, the market's up again today. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It happens every time. Every time there's some type of big correction or some crash, always happens. So keep that into consideration. But anyway, that's all I got for you in this one, guys. Let me know your comments below. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.